Hey guys, Rich here with Brotherhood Reviews, and we're back talking about Zatch Bell. Oh my god, Zatch Bell 2, baby! Alright, now... Alright, I'll leave a link to... I did a thing about the first the first 5 chapters, and about Kyo and Zatch's relationship. But before we get into chapters 6 through 8, because that is what I will be talking about, and we're just going to be talking about what is going on. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more content like this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like Zatch Bell. Definitely we will be doing way more content on Zatch Bell very soon once I start brushing up more on my knowledge, but I have a lot going on. But without further ado, Zatch Bell chapters 6, 7, and 8 were crazy. I really couldn't expect anything less from this continuation, because the concept of Zatch Bell was just always so amazing, and you wanted more even though it was technically finished. But let's get into it. Gil and Wig fighting off Zatch and Kyo. Zatch and Kyo, their cunningness, their tenacity, their just drive to win, their chemistry of working together just always helped them prevail in every situation, and this is no different. This is absolutely no different. Zatch uses his cloak to shield Kyo a little bit, and he's able to point Zatch in the right direction to use their final attack to blow Wig's head off, and that is how they win the fight. And Gil is, pretty much upset because he doesn't understand how they saw through it, because there was like a wall of fire between them, but Wig saw the whole thing. He was like, oh, his eyes were open the whole time. The plan was to have the flames so high and so hot that they would have to close their eyes and they wouldn't be able to aim their final attack properly. But it did not work in their favor, because they do not falter under any circumstances, and that's why that is why I love Zatch Bell so much, because like, no matter the circumstances, Kyo is the true definition of a genius. He adapts to his situation. Now, with that being said, Gil tries to use some ultimate attack that he had in his little briefcase, and he was zapped away before he could do anything. So we're gonna get back to Gil and all that later, but Wig is down. Gil is transported back to wherever he came from, and Zatch and Kyo are, about to settle back, see what happened with his apprentice girl, and we find out that he found an ancient tomb that, like, pretty much within the first 5 years of him living there. But the only reason he didn't uncover it was because, or tell the people he worked for, was because of the simple reason he was saving all of that information for after the moment when Zatch and the Demon World was, this issue where they were going to be overthrown was going to happen. And now that Zatch is back and he got the confirmation that everything on the hieroglyphs that he read was true, he's opening it up so they have tourists and all that, and he is leaving. Now Zatch and Kyo both, have an amazing relationship. We find out that Zatch used a spell, so they kind of made it vague whether or not Zatch is actually a ghost manifest into a real being through the magic, and until, because he said he feels real, but he knows he's a spell, So I'm confused. So don't ask me whether or not Zatch is really dead, because to me he's alive, but he might really be dead. All right, now we cut to Gil, and we finally find out what Gil is up to, and I believe it's pronounced Balal, and that seems to be the leader of everything, and he has Baru, and that's Zatch's big dragon attack, his most powerful attack, in a huge container, and he's asking for it. So he's like, if I would have had that, we would have never lost. And you know, he magically punches him in the stomach, and he's like, oh, okay, like, relax, you're scum. Starts talking down to him, and it's like, yeah, I would never give you a powerful attack like this, you're garbage. And I'm like, oh, all right, buddy, like, I get it, he's nothing. Now at the end of the chapter, we get obviously a picture of the two other minions of his that are now looking for, you know, Iron Man Fluga. Amazing Fluga. You know what I'm saying? So we get Fluga and the little frog. I can't pronounce his name. It's like Komomachi. It's like the little duck-billed baby. Well, he sees his little brother, and then it turns out that Komomachi is leading the two people away, and it is, God, Komomachi, give me a second. Oh, all right, now Slowgrass is in the middle of a concert, and he spots Komomachi in the crowd, but it's really his little brother, Fomomachi or something like that. I'm butchering the names, but it's the little duck-billed things. Now, when he sees him, he just like pretty much stops the concert, brings him to the back, and then he brings him to his house, and then they start talking, and he's like, yeah, we fled to the human world and said we were gonna have a new life with you because somebody started taking over, and this is where we uncover a little bit more understanding of like who was able to flee and like who stayed behind, and you know, just like all the outside looks of how the demon world was falling apart. Had placed his brother there in order to divert and use himself as a decoy, so he can actually get away. Now he doesn't have his spells, and he obviously uses these, his parents gave him like the vials of spells, so he uses that, but he ran out. Now he ended up kind of buying a little bit of time because he tricked them into getting hit by a train, which is hilarious. But in the end, Flogar comes out and saves the day, and you know, fights them off, and that's pretty much the end of what happens. There's a lot more dialogue in between that I'm just brushing over, but that's just everything you really need to know that happens. Definitely check it out, read it. But what's been happening so far is so amazing. I never really thought that they would take it in this route where that the demon world is being destroyed and there's one person trying to like destroy it, and I guess they're hybrid demi-humans that he's using in order to do it. And it's just it's cool and unsuspecting, because I can't think of anything from the original Zatch Bell that will lead up to this, other than that it's deeply like embedded in the history of the demon world to come here every 3,000 years to find a new king. But I really have been enjoying it. I can't wait for the next 3 chapters to come out. Definitely will probably be doing this around every 3 chapters or so. I'm definitely gonna try and rewatch Zatch Bell and probably find a way to read it if I can't find a cheap way to buy the manga. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a good day, time, night, whenever you guys are listening to this. Thank you.